Hello everyone, I am Suvarna Gaikwad and I welcome you all into TY BSc paper second, that is Cell and Molecular Biology. So in previous lecture we have seen ultrastructure of eukaryotic cell part 1, and in today's session we are going to see the part second of eukaryotic cell structure. So let's begin the session. So, as we have seen, the ultrastructure of eukaryotic cell, that is plant cell, particularly shows following structures: plasma membrane, cell wall, nucleus, cytoplasm, mitochondria, chloroplast, Golgi complex, endoplasmic reticulum, ribosomes, peroxisomes, lysosomes, vacuole, and microtubules. Out of these structures, some of the structures we have discussed earlier. So, let's see further structures. So, this is a plant cell structure. Coming to the next structure in the cytoplasm, that is endoplasmic reticulum. So, endoplasmic reticulum, it is the extensions of nuclear membrane. So, in this figure, this is a nuclear envelope. These are nuclear pores, and from the nuclear envelope, the nuclear envelope is extended. So, these are extensions of nuclear membrane. It consists of tubules and vesicles. Okay, tubules and vesicles, also cisternae. Okay, so there are two types of endoplasmic reticulum. First one is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. This is smooth endoplasmic reticulum, and second is rough endoplasmic reticulum. So this is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, first we will see the smooth endoplasmic reticulum. So these endoplasmic reticulum, they lacks ribosomes. Okay, and so they are smooth in nature, so called as smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, the function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum is they synthesizes lipids needed by the cell. So this is a simple image of smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Second type of endoplasmic reticulum is rough endoplasmic reticulum. Okay, so this is the figure of rough endoplasmic reticulum. In that there are ribosomes present. Okay, so rough endoplasmic reticulum contains ribosomes attached to it. It gives the endoplasmic reticulum a rough appearance. So it is called as rough endoplasmic reticulum. Function of rough endoplasmic reticulum is they transport lipids, proteins and enzymes to various parts of the cell. So function of smooth endoplasmic reticulum is synthesize lipids, and the function of rough endoplasmic reticulum is to transport lipids, proteins and enzymes. Okay. Next structure is ribosomes. So ribosomes are small spherical structure, okay, present in the cytoplasm. They are either attached to endoplasmic reticulum or lie freely in cytoplasm. Okay. Chemical composition of ribosomes is made up of RNA and proteins, and the function is they are the sites of protein synthesis. Okay, the basic difference between ribosomes in prokaryotes and eukaryotes is in prokaryotes ribosomes are of 70S and in eukaryotes, ribosomes are of ATS. Okay, S means sedimentation coefficient. If we see the structure of the ribosome, each ribosome consists of two subunits. One is the small subunit, second is the large subunit. Okay, so in eukaryotes, as the ribosomes are of 80S, small subunit is of 40S and large subunit is of 60S. Okay, so final makeup is 80S and the function is protein synthesis. One of the important structure is peroxisomes. So peroxisomes are simple membrane bound vesicles and they contain oxidative enzymes. Okay, in this figure there are glyoxysomes. Now when these peroxisomes are present in plants, for example plant seedlings which contain specialized type of peroxisome, it is called as glyoxysome. Okay, so this is the photograph of glyoxysome within plant seedlings. So these glyoxysomes, these are present in imbibed cotton seeds. Okay, so when this peroxisome present in plants called as glyoxysomes, so these peroxisomes are called as peroxisomes because these are the sites of synthesis and degradation of hydrogen peroxide. Hydrogen peroxide is H2O2. It is a highly reactive and toxic oxidizing agent. Okay, so this is the important function of peroxisome. So the next structure is lysosome. Lysosomes are spherical or irregular shaped membrane bound vesicles. Okay, they are originated from Golgi complex. And the important feature of lysosomes is they contain many digestive or hydrolytic enzymes. Okay, so these lysosomes are also called as suicidal bags because they are rich in hydrolytic enzymes such as lipases, proteases, etc. Okay, when these lysosomes are present in plants, they are also called as spherosomes. Okay, spherosomes. And the function of lysosomes is to digest lipids, proteins, carbohydrates and nucleic acid as they contain digestive enzymes. So the function is digestion. Okay. So the important structure is vacuole. In plant cell, there is a large hollow liquid filled structure. This is called as vacuole. Okay. This vacuole also present in animal cell, but in plant cell it is large and occupies more area, so that nucleus shifted to the one end. So the function of vacuole is storage. It stores water, ions, phenols, alkaloids. Okay. Next structure is microtubules. Okay, micro means fine, small. So these are fibrous hollow rods. Okay, fibrous hollow rods, and they help to support and shape the cell. So these are called as microtubules, and chemically microtubules are made up of protein tubulin. Okay, the function of microtubules is they transport water, ions, and again they form asters or fibers during cell division. Friends, as we know, in metaphase there is a formation of spindle apparatus. In that, spindle fibers are there. So for that process, microtubules they forms asters or fibers during cell division. Then they also provide strength and framework to the cell. So this is the function of microtubules. The important thing is that in plant cell there is no centrosome and centriole, but in plant cell centrosome and centriole is present. So this is all about the ultrastructure of eukaryotic cell, especially plant cell. So the important thing is today's session is the difference between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. So this is the difference. So first difference is in size of cell. Typically prokaryotic cells are bacterial cells. They are measured in microns and they contain 0.2 to 2 micrometer in diameter, whereas a typical eukaryotic cell have 10 to 100 micrometer in diameter. Okay. Prokaryotic cells are present in bacteria and archaea. Okay. Archaea are the bacteria which are present in hot springs, etc. Eukaryotic cells are present in animals and plants. Coming to the nucleus, well-organized nucleus is absent in prokaryotic cell but present in eukaryotic cell. Next difference is of membrane-bound organelles. As we have seen, the eukaryotic cell contain different cell organelles such as mitochondria, chloroplast, lysosomes, peroxisomes, Golgi complex, etc. But such type of organelles, these are absent in prokaryotic cell. Next difference is of flagella. In prokaryotic cell, flagella consist of two protein building blocks, whereas in eukaryotic cell, they are complex in nature. Coming to the cell wall, prokaryotic cell, usually it is present and chemically it is complex than eukaryotic cell wall. And in eukaryotic cell, only in plant cell wall is present. In animal cell wall is absent. The next difference is of plasma membrane. So in eukaryotic cell, plasma membrane present with steroids, but such type of steroids are absent in plasma membrane of prokaryotic cell. Next is the cytoplasm. So in bacterial cell, there is no cytoskeleton or cytoplasmic streaming. Okay, cytoplasmic streaming refers to the movement of cytoplasm in certain plants, okay, or animals. So this type of cytoskeleton and cytoplasmic streaming is absent in bacteria, whereas cytoskeleton and cytoplasmic streaming is present in eukaryotic cell. So coming to the ribosomes, in bacteria ribosomes are smaller and in eukaryotes these are larger. In bacteria ribosomes are of 70 years and in eukaryotes they are of 80 years. So coming to the cell division, in bacteria it can take place by binary fission, asexual reproduction takes place by binary fission, and in eukaryotic cell division generally by mitosis. Coming to the number of chromosomes, so in prokaryotic cell generally there is one but not a true chromosome, okay, but in eukaryotic cell sometimes there are more than one chromosome, Okay. So next difference is of sexual reproduction. So true sexual reproduction is absent in bacteria. Instead of that, there is only transfer of genetic material. Okay, and this genetic material transfer can be takes place by transformation, transduction, and conjugation. In eukaryotic cell, there is a sexual reproduction. There is a true sexual reproduction which involves meiosis. And in bacteria or prokaryotic cell, there is no meiosis. So these are certain important differences between prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Okay. So friends, these are certain references. In today's session, we have seen the ultrastructure of eukaryotic cell and the differences between prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. So friends, we will stop here and we will meet in the next session with the new topic of cell biology. Till then, bye. Thank you so much.